Hello, everyone. I'm here to talk about my COVID experiences. And throughout this documentary, me and two of my other group members will be conducting interviews with similar questions to what I had asked our professor, and we'll be asking two other people, including a staff member that works in the dining area, and then I'm going to be interviewing an RA at some point. So the first question I asked was when the coronavirus first struck, and how long did you think it will last, and why did you think that? So when it started out in March, it was kind of tough. I didn't really get how to do online school, and then again, most of our classes stuff originally at school was mostly just Google Classroom and all that. So I wasn't really minding it till they said we might not get a in-person graduation, which was really kind of a bummer. But they ended up pulling it off and splitting our class into two groups, like A through L or something. Got to be at the first one, and then the second one was everyone else. So overall, it was all right. I don't really mind having to wear a mask, but and like all that, but it's kind of annoying. So. And then the second question I asked was more of a personal question to the position of what they were, like what they are. So I asked like, how has it affected your teaching? And then I'll probably ask like how do you feel it has affected the quality of the food or the service at the station or something like that along those lines. And I'll probably ask all right, like how has this really affected your job, or like how do you think it's different from previous years and semesters? So for me, I'm going to ask myself as a student, how has it really affected my experience? Well, it's kind of similar to how it worked in high school for the last few months, from March to June. It's kind of different though in the aspect that some teachers are more accepting to the fact that you get quarantined. Like, if you get quarantined, you can't go to their class no matter what, and it's kind of annoying when the teachers don't. Sometimes teachers aren't ruthless and don't give you an extension on your work because they wanted to make sure it's equal opportunity for everyone, and I think that's kind of annoying. But also, most teachers that I've had so far are pretty forgiving in that aspect, and they give you some leniency on when things are due. And I got put, actually, personal experience, had gotten put in quarantine because of contact tracing, and yes, the living conditions for 10 whole days was terrible, but I still was able to get quite a bit of work done, and it wasn't the worst thing I've ever had to do, but then again, it's kind of stupid for reasons. But yeah. So the third question I asked was, now that the vaccine was out, how long do you think this would last from now on? I think I think in another year or maybe year and a half, things will start getting very close to being back to where they were. Um, it might take one or more years after that for everything to come back to a standard, because the vaccines are being tested right now for effectiveness, and it's not really a certainty that every vaccine will do the job it needs to do, and we don't know even if you do get the things you need, what else? Like, will we have to do this every year, get it twice a year, every year until this is settled? Or, well, who knows? And, well, I'm excited to interview a bunch of other people and see what they think. And, bye for now.